agents, tethers. It's Tariq talk at this point. But the sister made a very good point. There's a lot of provocateur type energy happening on this app, really surrounding and centered around the Renaissance movement that foundational Black Americans are having. And I've been explaining to people this movement is very significant because it's the only Black movement that's basically designed to not be infiltrated because it's lineage based. It's decentralized. It's not based on a leader. It's not based on an ideology. All it is you recognizing your lineage. So they can't infiltrate that. And they're trying their best to find little inroads into infiltrating that. And out of frustration, what they're trying to do is create a four-wall type organization where there's some type of structural hierarchy with the movement. That's why they lie and say, I'm a leader. Anytime y'all see something, I want people to be very clear. At this point, people we've been identifying using the Identified Foundational Black American for years now. Millions of people are identifying as foundational Black Americans. You have songs that are about this lineage. You have movies like Sinners that's about the lineage. So it's in the lexicon. There's been think pieces from think tanks. So nobody's really confused about it now. They're not confused. The problem is they can't control it. All Black movements are supposed to be controlled. Any Black movement that's not controlled, it's seen as a threat. Because it's not a centralized movement. There's no rules or regulations or ideologies or nothing. You don't have to do anything. It's just your lineage. Being a foundation, one thing only. You have lineage of somebody who didn't immigrate here. That's it. You have a non-immigrant lineage. That's all it is. Everything else is subjective. But with the tether class and the Fed class and all of these people, they have to pretend that there's a leader and well, we're going to attack the leader that we said is the leader. And that's failing. You notice how that, because there is no leader. I'm not a leader. Nobody of our lineage looks at me as the leader because it's impossible to lead a lineage. It's literally impossible. So all of these discrediting tactics, it just doesn't work. And see, they try to use certain people, and now they use other influencers who are advocates for foundational Black American lineage. And everybody share the space, by the way. Everybody share the space, please. Everybody share the space. See, they'll try to use me or any other influencer as a proxy attack because they can't attack foundational Black Americans head on. And the thing is, a lot of these people, I'm talking about the tether class, they've been denigrating us privately for years. Then they would slip out and start doing this stuff. Hold on one second, guy. Hold on.
Okay.
My crew. Well, I'll get on what I'm saying in a minute. Malik, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up? How you doing, guys?
I'm good.
Everything's good? Okay. Okay, I gotta ask you a question. I think you guys are FBA. I heard about. I just found out about FBA thing probably 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
You know.
Where you from, Malik? Where's that accent from, sir?
I'm from Sudan.
Sudan. There you go. You've Myron Gaines territory, but go ahead.
Yes. I just find out like 2 weeks ago, a lot of people start calling themselves FBA. So you guys are not Black no more, just FBA? No. you
Yeah,
guys-
Black. Yeah. The Black comes in the name, Foundational Black American. So of course we're Black. We're Foundational Black American.
Okay, I'm FBA too.
You what? You what?
FBA.
You're FBA?
Yes, FBA mean FBA mean Foundation Black African.
No, no, and no, no.
I'm just playing. I'm
I was
just
about to
playing.
say,
Okay,
no, 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 no.
I'm just
For you, it
playing.
stands for foo-foo, bushmeat, and anteaters, my dude. That's what that stands for.
A
But
lot
yeah,
of
you're
it.
not foundational Black American, but
No, no, no.
that's okay. Go ahead.
There's a lot of meaning.
Oh,
Foundation Black African. So, okay, I'm African.
now, where are you staying now? Where do you live now?
Right now here in the U.S. I
Okay, you're
just
over here with us. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
so
here I
yes.
live here in
Okay, so
DC.
so do you feel because a lot of people do you feel left out? We're not denigrating you. We're
No,
just
no,
recognizing yeah, we're just recognizing our lineage. That's
I
all.
understand that everybody love themselves. You want to just protect your culture, your identity, your history. That's it.
Yes, and yes, my
There's no
brother.
problem. People don't understand when you say FA, they think you don't like African or other Black African. That's why they just confused. They didn't know that.
Right.
So
Well, yeah, and I don't know where they got that from.
I don't know why. I don't know. They think when you say FA, that means they think you don't like the other Black people.
Right.
Things like that.
Which
That's what
is
they
not
say.
which is not the
That's,
case at all. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, they think
I
because they
listen to
get
you
okay.
guys and then I learn.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I was going to have a sister. I made a mistake and took her down. I wanted to have you up, sis, and I don't know what happened. Okay, I was going to have this sister up, and I don't know what happened. Okay. Okay. But yeah, we don't hate people. We don't hate anybody. But some might. There might be some FBAs who do hate you. I don't. You know, there's 43 million foundational Black Americans. Okay, do I hear somebody's toilet? Sister, what's up, sis? Hello? Ma'am? Man, what are you doing over there, ma'am? It sounds real wet over there. What's going on? Okay, it sounds like she's taking a douche. Okay, let me get you out of here. I don't want to hear that, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'll get you on later. Okay, you put that douche bottle up, ma'am. You can do that later on tonight. Okay, I think she might have company coming over. Who else we got? What kind of sounds are those? Come on, family. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Y'all have it together. Y'all cleanse yourself a little later. If y'all don't call me while you're cleansing. Okay.
Hey, Tariq.
Nikki, how are you, dear?
I'm confused. So
Why are you
everyone
confused?
else gets to protect their lineage. They got the Scottish people. They got the whitey people. They got them in the villages and got them
Yes.
getting married to the folks. And they got them in traditional garb, and nobody ask any questions. But
Right.
as soon as foundational Black Americans just say, "Hey, we just want to identify based off of the long history of the Americas, that when it was founded, there's all kinds of photos from 1800, all kinds of history here, just to say, hey, this is what we're gonna stand on." All of a sudden, everybody start bibbling and babbling. Well, what's going on?
Yeah, sis. The thing is, man, we were supposed to just be a generic exploitable class of people. And we're not letting that happen no more. We were supposed to be just this endless, formless, boundaryless group of people who everybody can come and extrapolate things from, and we couldn't get credit from for our own creations. We had to let everybody share everything we did, and everything negative from other people, we had to bear that burden. We were a trash can for everybody, to be honest. Everybody kind of used foundation. They used us as a trash can. Just when we use the term African American, what happened was people come over and they'll be African American when it's convenient, when they want to dump their criminals on us. If somebody from Uganda came over here and pulled a scam, well, they're just Black. If somebody Somali's doing all of those plethora of crimes, when they get busted by the dozens, well, these are a bunch of Black people. They're African American. Now, when they start winning things and getting scholarships, oh, then they're the Ethiopian. Oh, then they're Jamaican. They distance themselves from Blackness when it's something constructive. And we saw this con game and we said, okay, enough is enough. We're not going to be everybody's trash bin. And a lot of people feel a certain way about that. Let's get Maul, Mr. Maul Sudo. What's up, brother?
You doing, brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
Peace and blessings, brother. I just wanted to ask a question. This is very important.
Yes, sir.
How do you, because all over TikTok, this is where the confusion is. how are you associate? How is the FBA associated with the the different indigenous American factions, like the Moorish indigenous American, the Hebrew Israelite indigenous American, the Creek, the Choctaw, coming out of the Nawabian nations under Malachi York. How are you associated? Because I ran into a lot of different forums where the indigenous Americans claim to be FBA as well.
Well, thing is, a lot of these other different factions, a lot of these are ideologies. Nawabian, that's an ideology. Moorish Science Temple, that's more of an ideology. Hebrew Israelites, that's more of a religion. And there could be people who are foundational Black Americans who can have all of those ideologies. Again, there's 43 million people. Foundational Black American is one thing. You just need one thing to be a foundational Black American based on logic. Has to have a lineage that don't have immigrants in it, a non-immigrant lineage. That's it. That's literally it. Everything else is subjective. All right. So there is no confusion. There's no confusion whatsoever. Now, the indigenous people, there's confusion with them. Now, there's no confusion with foundational Black Americans. Either you were here at the beginning of this country, or you have lineage who was here at the beginning of this country, or you don't. Some of the indigenous people and the so-called Aboriginal people, and I talked about this, a lot of these people are actually Caribbean, and what they're trying to do, they're trying to use Aboriginal to tie in the natives that were in the Caribbean islands, and some of them hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, were traveling back and forth. So they're trying to say, since they're mixed in with them, that makes them Aboriginal to the Americas. So that's like a little backdoor game that they're trying to play. And I broke that down yesterday. So that's something else. So, you have to, when they start saying Aboriginal and indigenous, you really have to look and see where their background is for real, for real. Tropical Niger.
Hello,
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. What part of Nigeria are you from, ma'am?
Ogun.
Ogun. So what's on your mind, beloved?
So you say that to be FBA, you have to come from a lineage of.
Yes.
So that is false because your ancestors were immigrants, African immigrants.
How?
That is how you got over here, right?
They didn't immigrate here.
They did. Well, they were put on a boat and they were brought over here.
That ain't immigration, ma'am.
They are still African immigrants, regardless.
No, ma'am. Immigration don't work like that. Immigration is when you leave one place and go somewhere better. You don't leave and go into a fucking hell and get punished and castrated and beat and forced to build a nation. That ain't immigration, ma'am, at all.
At the end of the day, your ancestors are African immigrants who were
Everybody's
brought
ancestors
here
are African.
on a boat.
Everybody's ancestors are Africans.
On a boat.
We didn't
here in America.
We didn't immigrate
You
to another
cannot
country.
deny
We
who
did,
you
ma'am,
are.
ma'am,
You are African.
Ma'am, Tatalish, ma'am, slow down. We didn't immigrate to another country, ma'am. We built a whole different country, ma'am. So we're not immigrants by definition, right?
Country was built off of African immigrants who were your ancestors.
It was
How
built
could you
by,
deny-
ma'am, it was built by people who had an ethnogenesis and became foundational Black Americans. There were Black Aboriginals here, and some of the African people who came over were mixed together, and that became foundational Black Americans, ma'am.
Foundational Black American is a new term. It is
No.
not
But it's for the same group of people that's been here for centuries, ma'am. African American was a new term in 1988, but they applied that term retroactively, right?
been African. You guys don't like yourself. You keep denying it.
We don't like, ma'am, you're not even in
keep
Nigeria
denying
now. You're not even in Nigeria now. How we don't like
I
our,
am in Nigeria, but
you're not.
I talk on these topics.
You're not
because
in Nigeria.
You guys are self-hatred. You guys
That's
hate
you.
yourself.
You're
You
not in
guys
Nigeria.
truly
We
hate
love
yourself.
ourselves.
Like, this
Ma'am,
is sad. You guys deny who
ma'am, I'm not Nigerian. Why are we gonna? I'm not a continental African. We're not continental Africans. So
But
what are
you're
you
still
talking about?
African. Africa is within you. So
No, no,
your ancestors
shit.
are your bloodline is African. Your culture is African. So now what?
Really? What's African about my culture?
The food that you eat, the hairstyles you do, the
Who?
music,
Who? What music?
the hip hop. You don't
Okay.
think that has influence from Africa?
Name the African Nas.
The beats that you use, it comes from Africa.
Name the African Dr. Dre then.
Well, let me go see.
Okay, if we got it from you, name the African Rakim, the African Nas, the African Dr. Dre. Come on, let's take your time. We got time. I want to hear this. And the food, we don't eat bush meat. What food are you talking about, dear? No, she's still here. No, no, no. Don't come back, beloved. No, no, come back. She. I want you to unmute that mic. Tell me about this food. Please unmute your microphone, beloved. I want to hear about this food. I got to hear about this. We don't eat giraffe gravy. I don't. I want to know about this food. Our food don't taste the same. But
Okay, okay. So
there you
right,
go.
your food actually comes from Europe.
Who?
Your food comes from Europe. Mac and
Okay.
cheese,
Name the
collard
European.
greens.
Call it. Okay. What soul food European restaurants are there?
So you can look it up. It's
Okay.
literally influenced
What
by
Europeans?
the slaves in
Where in
Europe.
Europe do they make collard greens?
You guys get your mac and cheese from German, like
Okay, no, no, that
Germany.
actually the
Like,
modern mac and cheese. No, it came from ma'am. That came from Sally Hemings' brother. That was a brother who was I think Andrew
look, I'm telling you,
Hemings. That
you
was the
can look
founder.
it
No,
up.
ma'am. Modern mac and cheese. The way it's baked. That came from a brother named Hemings. He was a slave of
Collard greens
Thomas
itself comes
Jefferson.
from Greek. You can search it
Who?
up.
What?
It comes from the Greeks, the collard greens.
Okay, how come the Greeks don't make good collard green now?
So all you did was add flavor to it. It still came from them.
Yeah. Some vegetables were all over the place. It's all about the way you prepare it. The Greeks don't have
So how do
greens
you
like
know that
us.
they wasn't preparing it that way? At the end
I
of
know.
the
I've been to
day,
Greece. They don't
at
have
the end of the
collard
day,
greens
your
in Greece,
culture
beloved.
it comes from Africa and Europe. Like why
No,
are
it
you
comes,
and Native
ma'am. No, it
Americans?
doesn't. It's our own flavor. We had to use our own flavor. That's why your food don't taste like ours. What food do you have that tastes like soul food? FBA soul food. What dishes do you have in Africa? You're not muted. Okay, she left. Okay, she left. Okay, okay, I wanted to hear all this. She tapped out, by the way, guys. Okay, I didn't leave her out. No, no, no. See, they say stuff and can't stand on it. They say a whole bunch of BS and they can't stand on it. And I'm not being rude. I'm asking questions. See, that's why they want us to be formless, generic Africans, so that anything we do, we're gonna have to give them credit. Your food, your music, everything come from us, Africa. Your music, hip hop. Okay, but who the hell is the African Rakim? How come y'all can't rap then? Why can't you rap like us then? How come we do everything different? Where's Beyonce? How come we do everything in a certain way that nobody else can do? No, we have a unique culture. We have a unique culture, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not trying to shine on people, but y'all don't do shit like us. Y'all not gonna do that. Where's your jazz? That's us. R&B is us. Well, there was a drum in a village, well, you didn't do nothing with it. We had to do something with it over here. It's no. You don't get credit because there was a drum in the bushes somewhere. No. No. See, this is why they're upset, family, because they can't take credit for See, that's the con game, family. We've been sitting up here giving away our damn culture to everybody. Now that we've delineated, people are starting to look around and see what folks ain't got. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing popping. Who's the African Rakim? That dude who's saying, take you to the movies? I want to take you to the movies all day. Let me take you to the movies, baby. That's their Rakim. And gentlemen, I'm not trying to, come on, man. I'm not trying. I'm a roast you. If y'all walk into the roasting, I'm gonna have to. Come on, you just gonna walk on the plank. I'm gonna push you off the plank. You just gonna walk up there. I'm gonna push you off the plank if you're gonna walk up on it like that. Now, don't say where you know it's horse crap. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. And I'm trying to show love, but don't come up here talking crazy. And then when it's time to show and prove and bring some facts, hold on, let me Google. Well, collard greens came from Greece. They don't make no collard greens. I've been to Greece, and Greek food is very good, by the way. Greek food is good. I love Greece. I went over there, had a great time. They don't have no damn collard greens. We didn't get no damn soul food from Europe. What did we get? Where's the European food? The food in Europe is horrible, especially in England. That food is infamously horrible. No, see, they love to try to say we got stuff from everybody else, but none of their shit is as good as ours. They always try. Well, you got mac and cheese from Germany. Modern mac and cheese, as we know it, that was Hemmings, a brother named Hemmings. Y'all look it up. Look up Hemmings and mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese. He was a chef. He went over to France because Thomas Jefferson sent him over there to France, and he was working with cooks over there. And the mac and cheese was over there, but it was that runny ass mac and cheese with basically some noodles and water and some melted cheese. It was just real janky the way they made it over there. It's that runny ass stuff. And he said, no, we're going to put some flavor on this. Let's season it this way. Let's get this type of cheese. We're going to bake it. We're going to do it this way. That's where the modern mac and cheese came from. It came from a foundational Black American, Hemmings. Now, y'all look that up.